Our nation. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton spent several hours in Haiti today, the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit Haiti since the earthquake. She met with President Rene Preval at the airport, and her plane delivered food, water, and medical supplies. Secretary Clinton said the U.S. will remain in Haiti as long as it takes, but that all U.S. efforts will be closely coordinated with the Haitian government. In her words, every day we are making progress, and I expect that will continue. Well, during her stop, she spoke with CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta, and she told him that Haiti has faced challenges throughout its history, but she is hopeful this tragedy can be overcome.
It's just tragic. I mean, the fact that the Haitians can't seem to get a break. Last year, hurricanes, this year, earthquake, is something that you just find hard to fathom. But at the same time, these are resilient, strong people, and they deserve our help. It's been a series of reasons, Sanjay. I mean, it was a colony. It was largely populated by slaves. It was never recognized. The United States didn't recognize it when it won its independence. Other countries didn't help it. We even occupied it for a period of time in the 20th century. They had a series of bad leaders who didn't really help the people. It's just an unfortunate confluence of events, and yet we know that, you know, Haitian Americans are some of the most successful people we have in many of our communities, from Florida to New York. So the ingredients are all there, and what I want to see is a good partnership with the Haitian government and the international community to help the people of Haiti now build bigger, better into the future.
Well, President Barack Obama is calling on two former American presidents to lead the fundraising effort for Haiti. President Bill Clinton and President George W. Bush joined Mr. Obama this morning at the White House. President Obama says the two will spearhead the Clinton-Bush Haiti Fund, similar to the appeal launched after the 2004 Asian tsunami.
Here at home, Presidents Bush and Clinton will help the American people to do their part, because responding to a disaster must be the work of all of us. Indeed, those wrenching scenes of devastation remind us not only of our common humanity, but also of our common responsibilities. This time of suffering can and must be a time of compassion.
The most effective way for Americans to help the people of Haiti is to contribute money. That money will go to organizations on the ground, and who will be able to effectively spend it. I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water. Just send your cash. One of the things that President and I will do is to make sure your money is spent wisely.
I have no words to say what I feel. I was in those hotels that collapsed. I had meals with people who were dead. The cathedral church that Hillary and I sat in 34 years ago.
Those two former presidents echoed Mr. Obama's remarks, and they called on Americans to give generously. President Bill Clinton and President George W. Bush will be on State of the Union with John King tomorrow to discuss their Haiti relief efforts. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern right here on CNN. Again, State of the Union, John King, 9 a.m. Eastern here on CNN. So many emergencies in Haiti. So what do rescuers tackle first? Carlos Castillo is a former FEMA administrator, and he joins us now live from Washington. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Wish it was better circumstances. Hey, I want to get back to our breaking news at the beginning of this broadcast. As I am told by my producers at the Miami-Dade Rescue, you worked with them?
Yes, that's correct. I was head of the team since the early 80s, and our first international mission was to the Soviet-Armenian earthquake in 1988.
So what are they up against, sir? If you've worked with the earthquake, you said in the Soviet-Armenian earthquake, and there again, there's Susan Candiati up there, and you see the pictures there, and that was from just a little bit earlier. When you look at that scene and you look at your former rescue team, what are they up against, and what do they need in terms of equipment?
Well, they're very well equipped. You know, part of the philosophy is that we would come in as self-sufficient as possible, needing some fuel perhaps later, but for the most part self-sufficient. And if you look at the way this evolves, typically following an incident like this, even of this magnitude, the largest number of rescues are completed are self-rescues or family and neighbors helping people out. as time passes, people are trapped more deeper into buildings. There's voids that will be had there where there will be live victims, but it takes a lot of finesse. It's a very labor-intense and hazardous process. In Armenia, the first person we pulled out was 6 days after the quake. So we don't lose hope. There's still a possibility. As you see, there's a lot of people being rescued still.
And Susan mentioned a vault in the bank that people possibly went into and that could have saved their lives. Do you agree with that assessment?
Absolutely, that's possible. You know, people even in elevators. If somebody was in an elevator, perhaps an elevator shaft is maybe not in this building, but in typical buildings, an elevator shaft is usually stronger. So if somebody is there, there's a higher probability of them still being alive.
Just the idea that someone is underground texting loved ones. I'm not sure if it was in Haiti or if it was in other countries. Unbelievable. Or may have, and it was a smart idea if they did indeed do that, set off their own car alarm with a key. It is just amazing to think about that. But when you're in a situation like that, you become very industrious, correct?
Absolutely, and you know the concern now is it's going on 4 days, you know, and batteries, cell phone batteries will begin to die off, and then it's just people will go back to whatever, whether they tap on pipes and it's heard, or voices when they are canine that come in and search and try for some odor that they can be able to sense that with another tool that there may be people still alive in there, because it is dangerous for the rescuers to go in there, and if they take the risk, it's an informed risk, knowing that there's probably somebody still alive in there.
There is a team that is heading to Florida right now, right? That you founded. Is that correct?
Well, actually, the team, the Miami-Dade Florida.
Is that the team?
Yes, they're
I
there.
thought there was a separate team on top of that. No, not so.
Well, there's a team out of Miami as well, primarily made out of the Miami Fire Department. I understand there may be a smaller team also heading out. We work closely with the Fairfax County team as well, and they have a large team and then a smaller team that's more agile and perhaps doesn't have as much equipment, but able to reconnaissance some of the area and get out into places where you can't with 50,000 pounds of equipment.
I got to tell you, Mr. Castillo, we really appreciate you joining us tonight, because the best information, it just so happens by coincidence that our breaking news was those folks that are possibly trapped beneath that bank, and it is your former team. Appreciate it. Best of luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Back home tonight in the U.S. after a harrowing trip in Haiti, she survived, but now waits for word of her mother, whether or not her mother is safe. There she is right there. She's going to join us in just a bit. Her story is coming up.